Between the Sheets, Excellence since 2000 with me, Duncan Williamson. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to construct a chart, a graph, based on the European roulette wheel and the US or American roulette wheel. They both have 36 numbers, except to give the house an advantage. On the European roulette wheel, we see there is a 0. When the ball falls on the 0 slot, the house wins. Everyone else loses. On the US roulette wheel, there is a 0 and a double 0. That gives the house a double edge in the US, in a US casino. That's the story. So there are 37 numbers on a European roulette wheel and 38 numbers on a US roulette wheel. Our difficulty is, if it is a difficulty, drawing a graph that can mimic this without trying to do all of that formatting and every last bit of sell this and fill that. How would you get the numbers to show 0, 28, 9, 26 for the US wheel and 5, 24 and so on for the European? Here's what I did. This is what I wanted to do and what I did. When I came to this, I thought, it's going to be quite straightforward. But actually what happens is when you try and draw this graph, which is a donut chart, by the way, I'll show that in a second. When you try to create this donut chart, Excel puts the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 which is no good. More than that, I put these numbers here, knowing that 0 is here, then 32, then 15. But the problem with that was that it shows these boxes in relative width. In other words, 0 has a 0 width. 32 is 32 pixels wide. 15 is 15 pixels wide. So it's not uniform like that. So that was the challenge. That is the challenge. How do you try to create a chart based on these numbers when this happens? Insert a donut chart. I won't spend any time on this. This is what I've just been talking about. This is value 26. So where are we? That's there. This is value 32. Value of 0 is hidden, as if it doesn't exist. Then, so we've gone to the top now, and this is 15. So 26, the end, 32, 15, and you can't see 0. So this challenge is how to overcome that to give you that. So these are the values that will appear on the graph in ascending order from 0 to 36. And I simply added 10,000. And what that does, let me show you. And now I've got the numbers 0, 1, 2, and they're in ascending order. But look, they're all around about exactly the same width. Now they're not, because this is 10,000, 10,001, 10,002, so they're slightly different, but it's only slightly. If you're worried about that, make it 100,000, 100,001, and then they'll be as near as makes no difference, the same. There you are. That's half the battle. But, well, how do you put the numbers in when you've got that? You have to put them in as a data value. So let's do that now. Over here then, get rid of the legend. Clearly we don't need it, it's a monstrous thing anyway. And now we want to add data labels. To do that, let's click on more information. And you can see them, I'm sure. A few steps to take now. I'm interested in the box that they're in. And I'm still interested in the box that they're in. So let's do the data labels first. So I want a solid fill, and I'm going to make that this grey. I've done that already. I then want the border to be solid, and I'd like that to be the same colour. Make sure it is. And it's got the 10,000, 10,001. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's go and format this. Solid. Same grey. Border. Solid. Same grey. Click away now. And you can see those numbers, and they're all nice and evenly distributed. Right-click on those values and format the data labels. And so far, we've got the values, which are these. What we want is the values from cells. So check that, and it says, which cells? And the answer is these, where what I've called the actual values are, including the 0. Click OK. And now, a little bit messy, you've got the 10,000s and the 32. So it's 32, comma, 10,001, 15, comma, 10,002. All we do is deselect the value. Bingo. That's it, essentially. That's all that I've done. Just one more thing, as you can see here. Let me just go back a step. That's the main donut that we're interested in. And if I go back to there and change the solid line to, let's say, to black or any dominant color, and now you can see quite well. And that is how to program a donut chart to make it mimic a European roulette wheel. I don't take it any further than that. You could do, if you wish, you can try and make this green, black, red, black, whichever it is. Feel free to do that. I haven't done that. My main challenge was to put those values in order and equidistant. Okay, well that's it then. Between the sheets, excellent since 2000 with me, Duncan Williamson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.